In this video, we will be talking about authorization group settings. An authorization group is used to set up authorization and group them according to people with similar authorizations. So, you can divide authorization groups in accordance with your company's departments. So you can make them like I have made here, like a sales department. By clicking New, you can add an authorization name and add as many as you need. As for the task authorization setup, if you click on it, you can set up task authorizations that fit the sales department. So by heading on over to Inventory 1 and Sales, you can give a sales authorization, and for the rest of the menus, you can set it as no authorization. Furthermore, by using the exception action menu setup, you can specify whether to allow them to enter, modify, or delete, or adjust the settings. So if you do not want to allow that, put it under no authorization. As for the exception menu setup, you may allow a new quotation, but you may disallow or have no authorization for list and status menus as well. So use them to your company's needs. So you can set it up for other menus as well. Once you're done with task authorization, you move on to template authorization. By clicking Setup, a template authorization is where you can limit viewing of certain templates that have been previously made. So, if we go to a new sales and say the test is only allowed for the sales group, then everyone else or every other templates do not allowed, so that the sales department group cannot use the said template and only use the allowed one. So whoever has confirmation process applied will have their slips be checked by a confirmer who can then switch it so that it is applied in the inventory and accounting books. As for the allow authorization, you can allow the group to have access to certain items, certain customers, location, departments, and email. So when you need to use it, use accessible group and setup. Choose the level group that you have made previously and apply it. The previously mentioned sales department group then will have only access to the level group items that have been involved here. The same is applied to other parts as well. As for the other authorization setup, you can use the authorization coverage setup as well. So you can limit the slips made and the slips viewed and the slips modification and delete range according to the department or the creator. Fill them out as you need. As for menus, you can limit the menus that are viewed by the authorization group by using the enable menu setup. You can set it up so that the department of sales can only look at sales menus. You can push it on over like this and right click to add groups. You can also do settings and change the names as well. Furthermore, you can decide whether this department group can use the ERP app or use Excel to upload data or modify the price and amount in these menus. Select them and save. So by setting up these authorizations, you have to go back to the register user, select a user that needs to follow the authorization group settings. So go to the authorization tab and make sure to select the authorization group appropriately. If you first switch the authorization group, it will show a notification like this. So if you press confirm, the individually set authorizations will not be changed. However, when you press cancel, the authorizations that were set individually will also change to the default authorizations. And you can always switch around to make individual exceptions as well. So by clicking on the inventory or other menus, you can see the authorization group. So this follows the authorization group settings that we have made earlier. And any exceptions that you make will have to be made by clicking on the individual authorization settings.